Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. On the hill here today, Clay Holmes.
Oh, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the ball, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
That's a strike. And the count 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. This is Bryson Stott, and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that will drop foul. Man at second. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering popped in the air. Right field. Winker makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting third.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. Right. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Kyle Schwarber.
And Boog, he's got some of the biggest power around. I mean, just light tower power, not little wall scrapers, just getting over, man. He hits absolute moonshots. Guys on both sides of the ball are actually admiring some of the ones he hits. Batting practice, always a show with him. And you kind of hold your breath every time he comes up to the plate during a game. Stop what you're doing. Don't want to miss it. And the pitchers are always aware that he's at the dish.
Bryce Harper now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
High fly ball out into left center field. Siri makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's a big power threat. Kyle Schwarber. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
We all know that that first inning can be a critical one in terms of guys settling in and the tone being set for the game. So this isn't what you're looking for on defense. 2-out errors are a lot like 2-out walks, but maybe even worse because your pitcher did his job to get what should have been the last out of that inning.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Phillies leave a couple. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back back here at Citi Field. And on the hill, the lefty, Jesus Luzardo. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
The left fielder, Brandon.
It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of the StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour. StatCast absolutely lives for these moments. You know, it's so cool to get that.
Lindor on the move. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Marsh sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Batting third.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And down towards the bottom of the lineup, hitting eighth here, Jose Siri.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. When he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency. That bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Lindor on the move. In the air out to center. And that's a base hit. Throws to second. And they tag him out. Jeff McNeil stands in. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Mets strand 1, scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and now here is Nick Castellanos. Castellanos, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010. Here's your 1, and that is out of play. Right side, and that one handled. Takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, number 16, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. On the ground, and it stays fair.
Batting 8th, the catcher, JT.
Man at first with 1 gone. JT Realmuto will hit next. Pickoff move to first, and he's back safely. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Goes down looking. Max Kepler at the plate.
Kepler.
Right through there for a strike.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
And a foul ball. Two outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Second inning here, no score. Foul ball still 0-2. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Alvarez right there to make the grab. And that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. Now to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. At the plate, Jesse Winker.
The right fielder.
He's hit for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Luzardo back to work. The other way, and it stays fair. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak, and there's some buzz about it now, Singy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
Now, Luis Angel Acuna.
That's a ball.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Acuna turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. Runner at first with no outs here.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift.
Turner steps on the bag for one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. So up next, Francisco Alvarez. Runner on the go. Pitch inside. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Mets take the lead. To second, pulls him off the bag. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't, and this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
And the batter now, Jose Siri. Runner at second here, one gone. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Here comes Alvarez around third. He's safe as he gets his hand in, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. 4 for 8 in the series so far. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Coming home. He'll score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone. He was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So the batting order turns over. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Ground ball to Bohm. Boom. Goes on to first. Lindor retired.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. High in the air, out to right. And that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 3 and the Phillies nothing. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And that drops in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And now, Bryson Stott. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Rip towards 3rd. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
It's softly on the ground to 3rd. Beatty whips it to first. And the Phillies are set down in order. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Out to short. Turner slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Tap to first. Harper. He takes it on his own, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
The right fielder, number 3, Jesse Winker.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Jesse Winker. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. Third home run of the season, and they tack 1 on the board. It's 4-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those 2 things feed off one another. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second of the year. It's 5 zip. He absolutely.
Alan Boone, we knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Doubled his first time. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Two out, space is empty. Fought off foul. Lined into right, and the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kyle Schwarber. That's a slider for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And that's in there at the knees.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run.
Got him.
It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And here comes Alec Boehm. Flied to right his first time. In there at the knees. And it's 0-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And first offering is fouled off. Holmes winds and deals. Swings through that. Boom. Stands at first with 1 out. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
The center fielder.
And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. And he's already singled in this game. That's in there. That's strike 1. Out to short. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. 2 on, 2 outs. Inside just missed.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Right side, hard hit. Vientos takes it to the bag, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Phillies leave a couple. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Bottom of the 4th, digging in, Jose Siri. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Base hit. And a good start to the inning. And stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throw. Tag. Out. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Swing and a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
So the lineup flips over, and now Francisco Lindor, 1 for 2. Ground ball up the middle. Nice stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Mets 5 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Holmes back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Popped up. Acuna pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trey
Back
Turner.
to the top of the lineup. Here's Turner now. Turner, 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. The Mets leading by 5, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a foul out of play. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Bryson
Stott stands in for the Phillies. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Turner over at first with 1 away. And another ball.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Siri calls it in, and there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside, just missed. That one's in there, and it's a ball and a strike. On a line, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. His 7th home run of the season. It's 5-3.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
2 down. And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for
Taking
the Mets,
over on the mound for the Mets,
number
Sean
71.
Reed Foley. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Reed Foley.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break, but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 5-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
So, man aboard, Mark Vientos now at the plate. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Jesus Luzardo will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
The left-hander on now, Tanner Banks.
58.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Now it's the second base. Baseman Jeff McNeil. To the right side. That's a base hit. Run scores.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with the hit in every game. I mean, he's running his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Here's Jesse Winker. He's already homered here in this one. That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. 1 run is in. Castellanos whips it back in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. He's already homered in this game. The shortstop takes the ball. Yeah, big swing and a miss. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Joe Ross getting ready to go. Romano getting cranked up as well. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And the batter now, Jose Siri. That one's in there, 0-1. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss.
No ball,
and that is strike 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. Off the batter's eye and gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And they add on. It's 11-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tanner Banks is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Joe Ross gets the call from the pen.
Now, I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1 down. Brett Beatty digs in now. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Francisco Lindor. 1 for 3. That's towards center. Marsh moves under it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. But it'll come at a cost as 6 cross the plate. 3 of them on this 3-run homer. We're through 5. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
New York
and they
Mets.
make a change to start the 6th.
Number 47.
The new pitcher, Frankie Montas.
Frankie.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Castellanos stands in now and watches strike 1. Fly ball center field. Squeezes it, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. He swings and fouls 1 off. Swing and a ground ball out to short, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The batter, the catcher, JT.
And now it's JT Realmuto. Montas a move to first. And he's back standing.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Siri makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Max Kepler.
Now batting Max Kepler. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
1's the count.
Marsh leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball there. The 0-2 stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
In the air, right side, and that drops foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that is that. 1 left for Philadelphia. Still 11-3. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, saying in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled.
Inside, ball 1.
They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-sized ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you have enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Hammered, base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
Batter,
Fastball pretty much
one.
middle,
Second
and that's what you
baseman.
fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Man at first, Jeff McNeil will hit next. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. It's 13-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Still only one out here in the inning. Just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Just off the inside edge. Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first. And Winker is set down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Luzardo. Acuna.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. On the run, throw to first. What a play, inning over. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. We're through 6 full. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Trey Turner.
This one in the air, right field. Winker sizes this one up and makes the grab. And there's one down. Now here is Bryson Stott. 0 for 3 in this one.
Second baseman. Bryson Stott.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
And there's 2 away.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce.
Here is Bryce Harper. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Not close with that one. And 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, right field. Winker in position. Nabs it. And that is that. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
First pitch misses.
Well, these Mets,
Ball
digging
one,
into
no
their
strike.
numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been a real team effort. Already 7 extra base hits, so that goes to show they're getting contributions from top to bottom. Nobody's doing that by themselves.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
The third baseman, number 7, Brett.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Joe Ross departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now it's Jordan Romano out of the bullpen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in, Brett Beatty. To short, could be 2. The flip, 1 at second, on to first, safe. So they get 1, but a really nice try there. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And that one is lifted in the air. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 14-3 now. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
Brandon Nimmo.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. It has the distance, gone. His 13th home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 16-3. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Look, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Ripped on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. That ends the frame. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mets.
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. A.J. Minter.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
The designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Siri in position. He makes the grab. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, third baseman,
And now Alec Bohm. In there for strike 1. Minter measures 6 feet even. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Snuck the fastball by him. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
The right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one out to right. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. And you know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Brandon Marsh, the next to hit. And that clips the inside corner. Man on second, 2 down. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got him swinging. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. The Mets lead it 16-3. And we're back onto the bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Romano back to work, and that misses, and that is ball 1. And that's in for a strike. This one chopped to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 3, Jesse Winker.
So up next for New York, Jesse Winker.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out.
Shortstop, Luis Angel
Acuna up now for the Mets. Now he breaks his bat. And that is that. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Edwin Diaz.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Here's JT Realmuto, 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that one just misses, a ball and no strikes. Slider right there.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Vientos makes the grab, 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. And a foul ball. The Phillies with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Siri makes the grab. 2 down.
The batter, number 7.
So it's their last chance in this one. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Just missed.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that.
This to third, and he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. The throw is late, and the speedy runner is on at first. So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Bryson Stott. Fastball for a strike. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The Phils down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.